Hi everybody, I'm back again, and today we are going to be doing the October budget number 1. So this is technically the last paycheck in September, but I'm budgeting it for my first paycheck of October. Also, I have to be a little quiet because it is nighttime here, but yeah, if you can't hear me, I might have to just film this again. But so much has happened, and that's why it's taking me a bit to make this video. So yeah, I'm a little late. It's actually like the 5th of October. So yeah, it's because of some updates that I will tell you. But yeah, so just wait one moment so we can start the video and go from there. As always, I don't know how to do any of this, so I just hit it over. Yeah, as always, you have to bear with me. But yeah, so what I've already done is I've already written down all of my budgeting. So here we have like all of my monthly budgets, and then here we have all of my like continuous savings. Like, gosh, why can't I remember the name? Sinking funds. You can tell I've been all over the place. I've been so busy, as well as I'll just tell you the update now. As you can see down here, I bought a car. Yeah, I need a car where I live, and so that was actually added to my budget, and that's why I haven't really been able to make any videos or anything like that, because one, I've just been so busy, but two, I've been having to move my money around a lot. So yeah, we'll get into that later. But so let's just get into it. And this is going to be probably a 2-part series. As many of you know, I have my online budget as well, and I usually do that in the second video. So this one is just going to be like my paper budget. And normally I do this every month, and this is kind of how I set it up every single month. So yeah, I'm bringing you along for the ride. Also, I'm noticing my hands. They look so different on camera. But anyways, okay. So first thing I like to do is I like to put my income in. So as you all know, I started a new job, and I've been loving it, and I have my paycheck. So this is my first official paycheck after after working a full 2 weeks. This is like how much I made. And so let me just tell you. So I made, is this the right pen? Maybe. No, that's the right pen. Yeah. So for this paycheck, I made $1,576.08, which is amazing. I still can't believe I'm making this much money. It's the most money I've ever made in my life, technically. So this is just amazing. And so I'm still learning how to budget it. And I'm just gonna take you along with the ride. I work two other jobs. It's not really jobs, but I make money from them. Those I didn't get a paycheck for yet, so we're only getting this paycheck right now. However, I have an extra category because, as I'll explain later, normally what I do is I take my monthly budget, and any leftover money I have from here, I'll put into extra money. So let's begin. First, let me go into my budget. Like, I have my online budget over here, so I'm kind of going back and forth. So what I can see over here, and I'm going to use it right here, is I have $3.29 left from my food budget. Then I have, oh, nope, $3.67 left for my cafe budget. $10 left for my Korean class budget. $10 left from my medical budget. And $4.99 $2.95 left from my buffer. So what I like to do is I like to add all of these up, and that's what the extra money will be. And so if you're confused where I'm getting this number, one second. If you're confused where I'm getting this number, it's from over here. So from my September budget, I'm taking my leftover money from here and I'm adding it all up here, and that's going to be my extra money for this month. So let's go ahead and add all of that up. One second, I have to do the math because I don't have my calculator with me. 10, 17, wait. 16, 21. And then we're just gonna carry the 2. You're gonna bear with me while I do this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19. 24, 25. Yes, so after I add up all of that, that leaves me with $31.91 that will carry over, and I'm gonna put in my extra money. Also, I'm a little stuffy right now because I'm not sick. However, I have like allergies due to my like dogs and cats. So if I am like out of breath or stuffy, you're just gonna have to bear with me as we always do. But yeah, so as you can see here, I have $1,576.08 for my income, and then $31.91 that will carry over, and that will be used probably towards like my savings. So I don't really look at this number until I get to my savings. But what I do have over here is I have this number. So first things first, I have my monthly budget. So I'm gonna go to my monthly budget here, and I'm gonna first use this money and factor it in. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm gonna go to my actual bills, and like I know what they're gonna be every month, and I'm gonna put money into that. So what I like to do first is I like to write this down here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just gonna go easily. So I know that, like, which one can we start with? Let's do my phone. So this I know is gonna be about $55. So what I do is I put 55 here. Oh wait, I do have extra money left over from this, but I'll just add that in later. But it's like pennies, so I'm not gonna look at it right now. So I have $55 for my phone here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna subtract $55, and that leaves us with $1,521.08. Sorry, knocked you guys over. So can you tell? I should have waited to film this even longer. Don't worry, this is just, you know what? If you're here watching these videos, I hope you're having fun, because I got no plan when I film them, and they always turn out interesting. So honestly, if you're here, just have fun. It's nothing serious. It's just for fun. But anyways, so yeah, it left me with this much money. So then I'm gonna go over here, and they're all pretty much the same, but I don't know. So my Apple Music is about $11. So let's go ahead and subtract that. So that leaves me with 8,0,0,1,5,1. Leaves me with $1,510. Then, so my joint account is gonna be $288. That I'm just going to be taking out and putting into a separate bank account. So I'm not really going to be keeping track of it in my monthly budget because it's the same amount every month, and I have a separate tab for it. But you'll see it. I kind of took it out from over here because I'm only taking it out of here. It just makes more sense for me. But yeah, that's always a pretty big number. So let me go ahead and put that in. 28808. So that's 0. Whoopsies. That's 80. You're gonna have to watch me doing math. I can't do this with people watching. 2. That's 4. 2, 2, 1. Honestly, I can't do this. So that leaves me with $1,222.08. Okay, next. What I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to quickly look at a calendar because I need to know that for this. One second. The internet is deciding to be extra slow today because it knows I need it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in October, there's going to be 4 months that I'm paying rent, and what I like to do, 4 months, 4 weeks that I'm paying rent. So normally, because I do get paid bi-weekly, I technically could do, like, because I pay $100 per week because I live at home. What I could do is I could do $200 now and then $200 next paycheck. For me, I like to just, the first budget of the month, I like to just get all of my bills taken care of, and then everything else goes into my savings the next time. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put $400 here. That's a 0. I keep wanting to put an 8. Carry the 1. I don't even know at this point. Yep, and that leaves me with $822.08. So, like I said, I like to put all of my bills into my first, my first paycheck pays for all of my bills, and then my second paycheck pays for all of my savings, and that's kind of what you're gonna see here. If you continue to watch my videos, you'll see that trend, and that's normally how I handle my budgeting. But if you're like, why is she using all of her budget for her bills and nothing for her savings? I do. It's just my paycheck. I like to just out of sight, out of mind type thing. So if I know I have these handled for the month, then my next paycheck is stuff I can put here. And then it ends up being equal, because normally if I was doing it differently, what I would do is I would divide that by 2. I would technically split this into 2 and do everything bi-weekly, if that makes sense. So instead of budgeting, so if I was, let me back up and explain this. Say if I was to split it equally each paycheck, what I would do maybe here is I would do 200 here, and then next paycheck 200, and then this one I would do 144 here and 144 next paycheck. Or this one I would do, 27 here and 27 the next paycheck. I could do that, and maybe I will, just right now as I build my budgeting and build my build my savings up. I like to do it this way. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll change, but for now, that's how we're doing it here. But yeah, so like I mentioned, I got a new car. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't like driving, but where I live, I need a car. And I got the cutest car ever for only $17,000. It's amazing. To me, that's little. It's a lot, but it's a little. I've never actually had a car payment in my life because I've normally just bought them with cash off the side of the road for $5,000. So this is a little bit new to me, but yeah. I'm gonna actually have to add to this next video, next paycheck, because I'm gonna start paying insurance and gas and what else? Insurance, gas, car payments, and just anything else involving the cars. For this specific paycheck, because October, I don't really have a lot I need to pay, because I don't actually start paying for my car until November. And yeah, and like I have enough gas in it, I probably won't need gas until November. And I think the only thing I'm gonna be starting to pay this month is like my insurance. So for this month, I'm just gonna factor in more money, and then like I said, if I have leftover money here, then I can just add it up over here later. So it's no big deal if I put extra in here, because later I can just put in my savings if I don't use it, and I'd rather have more money than not, I guess. So honestly, for right now, just because I'm not doing my car payments yet, I'm gonna put, let's do 200 just to be safe. So that's 6. Oh gosh, yeah. So that leaves me with $622.08. And then honestly, with my student payments, I don't know. So like, I think October is the first month I technically have to start paying them back. Who knows at this point? I've been graduated since 2021, but with everything going on, I haven't technically needed to pay them, but I have been making like minimum payments up until now. But I think I'm going to put more money aside to that, and I'm going to do 200 also here. Oh, that says a 0. I keep doing that. You fell again. Oh my gosh, you fell again. I don't even know how you fall sometimes. I think I just hit like one little thing and the whole thing falls over. Oopsies. Again, this is a spur of the moment like video, so nothing too serious here. But yeah, that leaves me with $422.08. Great. So then what I'm gonna do over here is I'm just gonna break this up into like smaller categories that I know I need. So for food, let's do this. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do $10 here because I didn't use it last time. $10 here, $20 here. Let's do 30 here, 20 and 20. So let me add these up. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 100, 110. Someone check my math. So 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110. Yes. So this together is 110. That's a 0. 8, 0, 2, 1, 3. So yeah. So that pretty much what I just did there is I factored in all of my monthly budget. And see, this is why I like to do it this way, because for the month of October, my bills are all set. So next time I get my paycheck of this money, that practically is all going to my savings. Maybe I'll like factor in more that I've used here, but that's why I like to do my monthly budgeting, like my bills, like all of like my loans, my bills, like little monthly incomes. I like to just set those aside in my first paycheck, and then my second paycheck, if I'm being paid bi-weekly, all goes towards my savings. And to me, I don't know, it's like almost like encouraging, I would say, and like motivation. Yeah, it's like a motivation to me. So yeah, because I have now budgeted all of my bills for the month of October. I don't have to really think about those except for paying them. I still have $312 left to budget over here. So what I'm gonna do, and I still have this money too, because this I usually don't use towards here. I like to just put it in my savings. But so what we're gonna do over here is so normally normally what I would do is I would see how much I have in each currently, and then I would factor it in this way. But like I said, I'm still like getting back into my savings and everything. So right now there's still zero, a lot of them. Like some of them are more, but some of them are less. And like I said, I bought a car, so I had to move some money around. So it's kind of back to zero. But like stuff that I know that I'm going to be like have a deadline on or I use quite often, that's money I'm going to be putting over here. You can see I have a lot of savings that I'm saving for, and I added car because I bought a car, and like this might be gas money in the future, or this might be like my advanced car payment, kind of like how I have advanced rent, and I kind of go from there. But so what I'm gonna, oops, I don't know what that is. So what I'm gonna do here is definitely like what I like to do is the ones that are most important, I put the most money towards. But also I like to look at stuff that's like so little to me that I don't really care to put a lot of money towards. So what I'm gonna do here is let me check something really fast. I have to check one thing because I just want to make sure that I am saving correctly. Yeah. So like, for example, stuff that don't have a deadline and aren't like super close for me right now, like are gonna be self-care. So I'm just gonna put a $sign there. Self-care. And like I said, I have this money like already budgeted. So this is just extra money. I'm gonna put that here. Same with loans. I usually just budget it. And same with car. So, and then also I'm gonna put some gifts. So these are the ones that aren't super like urgent. That's the word I would say. So like for gifts, I don't normally buy gifts. I don't really have anyone to buy gifts for these days. So I'm just gonna put $10 here. Same with self-care. I've been so busy, so I should be doing self-care. I'm only gonna put $10 here because I don't use it that often. Advanced rent, loans, and car. These are a little bit more higher numbers, so I'm gonna put 20 here. 20, 20, 20. And so then what I would do is I'd add this up. So we have, and I'm actually gonna do, yeah, medical savings. Let's do 15 here. So what I do is I would do 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 95. So it should be 95. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 95. Oh gosh. See, this is why I like whole numbers, because I can do math. I just don't like doing it in my head. Because then, especially when I'm on camera, 5, 6, 7, 2, it's 1, 2. Okay, so that leaves me with $217.08. Okay, so now let me look over here and like, what are stuff that I know I want to put money towards and like have a lot of money in. So those would definitely be like Christmas or like 6-month trip, or clothing. And so these are going to be a bit bigger numbers for me. I'm going to wait to do Christmas, just because I think I'm going to put the most probably in Christmas because that's coming up so soon. But like I said, like I keep saying, because some people might not understand it in the sense they're like, why are you doing it that way? But like most of this budget, this paycheck is going to be here. So these are going to be a lot smaller. Next paycheck, so October budget number 2 with the same amount of money, that's going to be mostly here. So those numbers are going to be bigger in the second paycheck. So if you're like, wow, she's barely saving. No, it's going to be there, but not until the second one. So don't worry about that. So yeah, I think I'm going to put, I'm going to put $50. Yeah, I'm going to put $50 in my clothing. And oh yeah, birthdays, because there's no more birthdays this year. Like next year there'll be birthdays, but all of the people in my life, their birthdays have already passed. So I'm also just gonna put $10 here. Yeah, so let me see. That's 60. That I know is 60. I think I'm also gonna put $20 here. 60, 70, 80. Let's make it 100. Let's do 20 here. So that should be 100. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Easy. So as you can see, I like to do a little bit here, and like whatever left over, I can add to this later. Like maybe I'll add like $5 here or something like that. But also I don't like doing math, so that leaves me with 117.08. Yeah, I like math, but I need my calculator and I can't find it. So that leaves me with $117.08. Okay, so that I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. So like I said, my second paycheck, that's mostly going to be here, so I don't have to feel like I have to use all of this in one. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not making enough, I can't save for Christmas. No, next paycheck, who knows, there's probably going to be like $300 going into something like this. But for now, let's do, I'm going to do 50 here. So 50. Okay. Oh, can you hear my cat? I don't know. I'm going to do 50 in Christmas, and I'm going to do also 50 in 6-month trip, because those two are the most important right now, and that's another 100. And that leaves me with $17.08. And then I only have 1, 2, 3. So what I like to do now is, let's see, savings usually is like leftover money to me. So what I'm going to do though, yeah, so I think what we're going to do, because we still have the extra money up here, we still have this extra money, but I like to do that last, and it's like a little surprise bonus, is what we're going to do is, I have to cough, 1 second. Like I told you, I'm like sick, I don't even know, but I think this is what we're going to do, is we are going to put $5 and 8 cents. I'm getting rid of that 8 cents now. $5.08. That's 17.08 minus, oops, 5.08 0.021. That leaves me at $12. And then so what I'll do here is I'll do $6 here and $6 here, and that leaves me, that takes out the $12. So that now, I have now budgeted my income, my first paycheck, with my bills as well as my savings. So that's all set. And like I said, next paycheck, that's mostly going to be here, and my bills are set for October. I am all set with October, so we do not need to worry about that. What I could do, like what could I do now? I could then take this and maybe like put it in my buffer, or I could put it somewhere around here. But since I'm still like, I would say, I don't know, like I'm still making these bigger, like I'm still saving. I would say honestly, I think, I say we just put them, yeah, let's do that here. I'm just gonna put it all here, and like I dip into my savings if I need money anywhere else, because technically savings is like an umbrella term for me. Like all of these are savings. This is just another category for the saving, and this is just, I don't really have a goal for this yet. These are all goals. This one doesn't have a goal. These are goals. This is just a safety net kind of. And then so because I can't do math in my head, my math teachers would be proud though. I'm using what they taught me. Oh, nice. It was an easy one. So that's 3. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Awesome. So that leaves me with $36.99 in my savings. But yeah, so that was my October budget number 1. Technically, I was paid in September, but it was the last paycheck in September, and I budgeted that towards October. So that was all for the month of October, and that left me with like a good amount of money I could save. Like I'm always gonna say it, but my first paycheck went towards my bills. My second paycheck will go towards here. I also won't have this next time because this is just every month it kind of adds to it. Same, like I have other incomes that will be coming in. I don't think I'm going to be paid yet for them yet. But they will be coming, so then I can also budget that. And like I said, I bought a car, so that payment's going to be different. I'm going to have to fix that. Also, like I noticed some of my bills I like was under this month, so like as in like I budgeted more than I needed to. So what I'm gonna do after this video is I'm gonna figure out that much money, like how much money I have left over from those bills, and I'm also gonna put them here as well, probably in my savings. So if you see that next video, that's what that is, and we're just gonna kind of go from there. What I'm thinking now though is I'm thinking I will do a video of me putting in my budget, in my online budget. However, also in that video, I'm also going to show you like some of the spending I've done so you can see me editing my budget. I'm hopefully I'm going to have that out sometime this week because I actually get paid this coming Friday. So then we're going to be able to do October budget number 2 on Friday. Like I said, this past week has been so busy, but also I bought a car, so my income has been all over the place and I'm still getting used to it all. But yeah, so like I said, if you're here on this channel, it's just for fun. Don't take it seriously. As in like just have fun here. If you're here, just have fun and put it on in the background. I don't care, but like it's really just for fun. But like I take it seriously. This is my life. Like I love budgeting and this is my life, but like if you're watching these videos, just watch them for fun. Like I'm still struggling making them, and like I'm having fun making them. I hope you're having fun watching them. And hopefully over time it gets easier and better. And like I said, time will slow down soon, so that'll be nice. And hopefully the videos become more regular. I want to start doing them like once a week. So like 1 week is me doing a budget, next week is me editing my budget, then the next week is the second paycheck, then the next week is editing, like I'm updating it, like any of the purchases I made. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave this here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do it, like make a video of me putting all of this into my online budget, but also having like edits that I've made, as in like updates, like stuff I've spent, because again, I got paid almost 2 weeks ago and I'm only just making that now. So yeah, you'll be able to see me actually updating my budget next week, and then hopefully we can get into more of like a normal schedule with this. But anyways, as always, thank you for coming here and watching these videos and just having fun. Don't take them seriously. But yeah, again, you can take them seriously if you want to do budgeting like me. Nice. But as you can see, I'm not a real YouTuber, so don't take the YouTube seriously. But anyways, have a great day, night, wherever you are, and bye.